So if you don't remember, we're supposed to find the silent guy. The guy told us there's a quiet guy in Thorntail Hollow that we have to talk to.
Quiet.
And this is a bit that
uses the words.
This is a bit that is strongly the failure of the game designer. Because the only reason you'd know about the quiet guy is if you bothered to talk to everyone when you first got to Dinosaur Planet, right?
And have we? Because I don't remember this.
We didn't. This is the quiet guy.
You're telling...
This is him. Looks no different from the others.
Look at the stockings he's wearing.
I really think they should have made him look like special or something, so you would actually guess there was something odd about him.
The Mujahideen call him Vatik.
Exactly.
You know, I say keep Star Fox Adventures weird, and that's weird.
That's too weird. Why is this nobody the important character?
They're actually playing the theme of the quiet guy.
Yeah.
What happened?
Go to our blog. Keep SFA.
You let a group of anything, anywhere?
Ishmael threw a chemical on me.
And launched a full-scale offensive against us.
Oh god, that's horrifying.
A full-scale offensive, is that like when General Scales gets a boner?
No, that's
It
like
is
when
full scale.
That's when Pat gets drunk.
A full-scale offensive.
So how did you
Fox is
survive?
like, I don't
If Scales
care.
let you go, it could only be because I am the gatekeeper.
What? Why you?
Though.
Who put you in charge?
Good timing, Tricky.
Like, don't you think he should be somewhat special looking or
But
something?
they're all the gatekeepers.
They're all powerful.
No.
Powerful.
It's his normalness that makes him special.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I don't understand anymore.
Time to go to Dragon Rock.
But
It was
what-
inside you all along.
But why couldn't they have done that from the start? If you had just talked to that one guy, he just
Because he
remained
was
silent.
literally embarrassed.
He was like, "See, yeah." He was saying something like, "I failed to admit it," or something.
Yeah, he was literally embarrassed that he failed.
You notice that everyone on this planet doesn't actually care about the planet all that much.
They all just give a shit about themselves.
Your Arwing should.
That's why this happened.
Dinosaurs died for a reason.
Your Arwing should talk to you when you approach it, and it should say, "This is Pequod landing on LZ."
Yeah.
Can you tell when we started recording these sessions?
Yeah, I know.
Landing zone chosen. Marker place.
I miss Morpho, but Pequod is a good name.
Slippy's just as good.
So
It's the ship that they ride in Moby Dick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, this is the only remotely difficult one because you have to collect all 10 gold rings. That does not make it more fun.
Oh no, I never would have thought that.
It just becomes more difficult.
You missed one.
No, that was a silver ring, Wooly.
Oh my god.
You have to get an eye for it. Gold and silver are two very... It's the difference between first and last place, Wooly.
It's the difference
Gold and
between
silver.
Lugia and Ho-Oh.
Yeah.
I'd rather get bronze and silver. I really would. I'd rather get you up. You participated, Matt.
You tried.
You tried. I have tons of you participated medals.
A legendary.
I was about to say a legendary amount.
Yeah.
Matt participated in the thing. Here's a
Oh
medal
god,
for
I
him.
forgot which... Some athlete recently made his kids give it back.
Give what
A
back?
participation trophy.
Oh
I
my
forgot
god.
what it was.
So this is the only ring in the game that moves, by the way.
Yeah.
For no good reason.
Slippy let you know that you did
They
it.
made him give back the participation.
No. And I forgot which athlete it was, but his kids got participation trophies, and he's like, "Fuck you, give that back. You have to earn trophies." That's not the way. And I don't 100% disagree, Liam.
Yeah, exactly. No, me neither.
I don't 100%
When you
disagree.
phrase it that way,
I also don't know
He's-
where I stand on
Yeah.
that.
Because it's straight up like, yeah, it's nice to get your little thing at the end of the year. I got my dumb football ones, but you know, you want the ones that you earned. That
Yeah.
made you better than
I
the other
earned by
players.
showing up. There's some kids that don't show up, so I should get something.
Okay, it's your turn to score now.
So-
The other team scored.
Oh wait, you know what you should get? If you don't get you participated medal, you get extra orange slices.
So you know who got a fucking medal? A participation medal? The guy who designed this fucking level. Because he tried.
He tried.
It seems to me like it
All
would
of
have
that
been...
guy's dying.
It would have been the genesis of the conversation that started at, "Wow, Alan, how did you make a whole level in one afternoon?"
How did you know that his name was probably Alan?
I don't know.
You got
'Cause
a
he's
star.
British. I don't know.
They're like, geez, Alan, this level that you made, it's filled with patience, it's filled with fury. This level is a conversation.
How did you
and
do it
like,
in one single afternoon? Well, I cut a lot of corners everywhere.
I drank a lot of tea.
And it's not very good.
I drank a lot of tea, though.
And then he went back to his timeout corner and put his head on his desk.
Yeah.
He goes, Alan, take off those googly eyes. You don't get to wear them for today.
You gotta do good work.
Your level is too sloppily made.
Now everyone in the Rare offices is playing 7-Up.
So I was just realizing why, aside from the fact that it's got Nintendo characters in it, why this wasn't included in Rare Replay.
Why's that?
Because it's not very good.
It's not very good in the same way that a lot of their, like this through, I don't know, Banjo, Nuts and Bolts are all just super flawed games. I mean, Viva Pinata, a lot of people like Viva,
that's just
but
different.
That's
not-
all
that's not for
all
us.
their 3D adventure games are like super flawed post this game,
It
and
feels-
including this game.
It feels to me like a case of overstaying its welcome than more than like bad individual moments.
I think more than anything, it's rushed. Like, I wouldn't mind. Like, we're only at like, we can check actually. We're only at like 7 hours of playtime. Like, I don't feel like it's overstayed its welcome so much as it's
It
just
feels like-
rushed.
it
Like,
feels
look at
like-
this area. This whole area is one room.
It feels like you've been
It's
playing it for like
crazy.
15 hours.
Yeah.
But what I'm getting at though is more like the objectives and the kind of like following the plot,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah, because
even in
there's-
LP mode where we barely pay attention.
Because like a Zelda or something has this kind of formula that you'll like, okay, now you get those 3 things, and that
You
opens
complete
up.
this shape,
Yeah.
and then this shape on the menu says now you go to the next part.
And
Yeah.
this doesn't have that. So there's no structure
well,
to follow, therefore it's harder to follow the story.
Yeah, it has the Spellstones and the Krazoa spirits, but like they're not nearly as like engaging in that regard. Like
No.
the structure that Zelda has of like adventure dungeon item, you know, like
The
just-
weird-
it doesn't hold up in this game.
And also the
'cause it's
fact that
not.
we've been playing for 7 hours and there's been only 2 bosses, that it's harder to gauge how long
Yeah.
you've been playing.
That's one of the other reasons where I'd be like, yeah, it's totally rushed. It just feels like there's stuff missing.
The weird passive psychological effect of matching shapes into a shadow is just, it works. It's so weird, but it works.
Because you're completing something.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it's a sense of completion and progress.
Exactly.
And whereas like they throw all the completion at your feet at the start. They go, you need Krazoa spirits, you need this, you need that, and you need that. And then you're like, okay, but if you give the player like, do this task, and this task has 3 components. You go, okay, and you do that, and then you go, what's the next task? And you're able to visualize like the roadmap of how to save this fucking planet of shitty dinosaurs.
It'd be sick if there was a list of 8 things you needed, and then like you meet Falco, and he's like, "Yeah, I got all of them."
Yeah.
Next.
It's kind of like when Shinobu like beats 3 bosses.
Yeah,
before Travis.
yeah. That's,
No, I wanted to fight those
Yeah, no, I
bosses.
wanted to too, but it's the same. Well, this, you know what? This is kind of what I would think should be more in the game.
Stuff like
Using
this, yeah.
dinosaurs in a fun way, and not just having some shit bird breathe fire and question everything you do.
ordering dinosaurs around.
So you got to break these shield generators so those little floating gun turret guys lose their shields.
Take out the generators.
Exactly, and then you get on foot and break them up with Star Fox.
Take out
What
the
if a gun
generators.
So for some reason, the theme of hero just stops playing sometimes while you're on this guy.
And it's like this goofy thing.
Yeah.
If a gun turret has a perfect defensive shield around it, then why can it
Sounds
shoot
like a
out of
Star
its shield?
Wars phaser.
It's just how it works, William.
That's
It's just how it works.
You can shoot out, but you can't shoot in.
It's just how it works.
Sometimes you can't shoot in. You can only shoot out.
Ah, sage words.
But yeah, that sounded exactly like a Star Wars fucking blaster.
The laser sound.
Oh,
Wow.
don't worry, Fox. Crystal wasn't watching, so you didn't need to do a cool flip. Wow.
You'll never get her.
You'll never get it. You don't. He doesn't even really know she exists.
He stared at her that one time.
From
Is that
afar.
good? That's not
He's
good.
still picking his job from off the floor.
Yeah, no, that's what Star Fox. Well, like in the main menu in a lot of cutscenes, Fox's mouth is always worriedly agape.
Yeah.
Like
Just enough that you can see that it's an issue, but not enough that he feels the need to close it.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's this perfect amount of like agapeness where he's like, I can't believe I'm doing this.
So these enemies are super shitty too, the little turret guys, Because if you're close to them, there's no way to avoid their fire while you shoot them. Because you can't lock onto them, so you can't strafe. So you have to just stand and take it if you get close to them.
Well, name me a video game turret that's any good aside from Portal games.
How about
Sam Sites and Command and Conquer 2.
I forget what they're called, but the fucking dragon towers from Castlevania.
Siege mode tanks.
White
for
dragons that shoot
Yeah,
fireballs.
Siege
guess
mode
so.
tanks for siege tanks.
I think
come on, that's a unit.
it's a stretch, but yeah, all right, fine. Sam Sites. Sam
Siege mode
Sites
tanks are cool though, yeah.
I thought these guys were legless, and they are.
They are, exactly.
That's a horrible dinosaur. So he's probably just
Why
like,
would
why
you
did
build
I
this
evolve
dinosaur?
like this?
Yeah, exactly.
So I've completed my report on how you save this game, how you save Star Fox Adventures.
Oh, you've been writing that, huh?
It's a single bullet point, and it's let Mel Gibson voice Star Fox. That's how you do it.
That would do it.
That would do
Well,
it.
yeah, with all
I'm glad that we have a good objective
with
answer on
all
this.
the heavy-handed overtones of extreme racism, that would be perfect.
So you remember the other dino we just spoke to who had a nice voice actor and everything? Guess they couldn't afford a voice actor for this guy?
That's fucked up. No, his voice is bop 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 bop.
Bop, bop, bop.
Actually, get George Clooney and call it Fantastic Mr. Fox. Just fucking do
Oh,
that.
I like that. I don't mind that. We foxes are good at doing one thing. What? Dig! And he just starts digging.
Yeah.
I'm a wild animal.
So wait, no.
Actually,
we could afford a
killed
voice
him!
actor. We actually could afford a voice actor as the twist. We just wrote that line after all the voice acting was done. Clearly demonstrating, wow, this area was rushed.
This is horrible looking. I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this scene. Is he...
He's taking those things
I thought he was...
Zone complete.
So I guess they wrote that dialogue after all the voice acting passes were done.
And they
which
couldn't-
means
they
this
had
section
no
was
hours-
super rushed.
They had no hours left.
Yeah.
Yeah, how
exactly.
he's... I didn't think he was clearing that. They're shrinking the model as he goes under.
Go look, he'll
Why
walk
is the
right
door
through the
opening?
door, he clips right into it.
Good
God, I hope
contribution.
So we just need to
Ricky.
walk to the left to get to the door. No, we just need to go to the left. It's over there.
No.
What do you mean you're gonna walk around to the right? So the door. Let me just point out. The door's over there.
Yep.
No.
And we are
No,
walking
no.
around the long way.
We have-
You have to turn it into a zone.
Liam, if you don't want to guard the perimeter, that's fine. But these dinosaurs care about their home.
I know.
This horrible monolith of death.
The dragon rock, I guess.
So that's fucking bullshit. You can't have dragons and dinosaurs in the same thing. That's stupid.
It is bullshit.
One or the other.
I agree.
Because dinosaurs were
They're-
make-believe and dragons were real.
Yeah, exactly. You can't just mix them up.
Dragons on the ark. That's how it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's that foxes, anamorphic, whatever. Foxes.
Anthropomorphic.
There's just Moses just going, not Moses, Noah just going,
So
hey,
we're,
which one of you guys want to go to a convention?
so we're like maybe
Dracarys.
20% done this minigame hell. Because he is walking at the slowest possible pace the wrong direction.
Noah was the mother of dragons after all.
Why the mother? That's weird. So
Is it?
when I was a wee tiny baby Matt 15 years ago, and I heard that like Nintendo sold Rare, I was like back then I was such a warrior.
They didn't sell them, did they? They just sold what they owned of
They
them?
sold them a bit. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
essentially,
Yeah, same
you know,
difference,
Same
sure,
difference.
yeah.
But yeah, you're technically right.
They got out of business with Rare, which effectively means they sold.
I was pissed for about 2 minutes, but then in my head I justified it. Like, yeah, no, Nintendo, good move.
You the best.
But in the back of my mind, I was like, no, I'm super pissed. And then when I started playing this game, I was like, oh, okay, well, it's fine, I guess. And then
Well,
when
the beginning of the game is really good with Thorntail Hollow and stuff.
I didn't mind it. And then, but I just didn't play much further beyond it, like I've said before.
Yeah.
And then every subsequent Rare game, I was like, oh, I bet it's going to be terrible. And maybe not terrible, but they were not the Rare that I
They were not
used to know.
N64 quality Rare.
Because you have to remember that at least at that point, even before the sale of Rare, the GoldenEye team was basically, or Perfect Dark team was basically gone, and they had formed Free Radical.
Yeah.
So that team was gone. And then, like, every year or two...
Where are we
more
going?
people.
Says
I
Tricky.
know.
Or did he literally
He
say
literally
that?
said, "Where are we going?"
And then I'm like, wow, they sold them for what? Like, Nintendo made $300 million on that sale, and Microsoft got what in return, really?
Grabbed
Avatars?
That's what I
I
was.
guess.
Ghoulies.
Connect Sports Rivals? I guess Red Replay, but...
This
Perfect
fucking
Dark Zero.
head height door.
It's up to you guys now.
Goodbye.
That's
You'll figure it out. Literally, good luck.
them some true tales of fanboy mentality there, Matt.
Yeah, yeah.
Behind the music.
And then I realized I was right all along.
Yeah. No, that's good when you realize that.
But like,
I think I
15 years later.
but like the moment of like you know, feeling betrayed by
Yeah.
a video game company
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
re-justifying it, it's like, you dumb child
Right.
that's associating human traits with a company.
I think it was mostly because specifically Rare, I love, like, on the Super Nintendo specifically, and early N64, like, every game I loved. Mm-hmm. At the time.
Because they were all good.
Yeah.
'Cause they're
no,
all
man,
good.
I loved Capcom like a person. It was fucking like, I saw the logo and I was like, yeah, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, that one too.
I wanted to work there. I was obsessed. You
Well,
know?
the fucking old Konami logo for me, like, when I played Castlevania, like,
yeah, Konami logo
nothing
was really
better than
strong
that
back
one.
then. I think I said when we played me and Pat played Eternal Darkness, that I mentioned the fact that like I loved Silicon Knights so much that I wanted to work there.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I
I've heard
thought
that
in my
before.
mind for some reason that they were the only Canadian developer in the world. There was some point where I was like, they're the only video game developer in the world, and they're making the coolest games ever, and like they're making Eternal Darkness, and it's gonna be the best game ever. And I was so anticipating it, and I bought the Wavebird because the Wavebird and Eternal Darkness came out on the same day.
yeah. Well,
And
the Wavebird's like the greatest video game controller ever made. So.
Despite the fact we literally had problems setting it up earlier today.
Well, because you had it on the wrong thing.
I
That's all.
know, but
It
you know,
gives you options.
It gives me options to fuck up. It's true. But Silicon Knights was like, even though at that point I hadn't played any of their games because Legacy of Kain,
You were still
I couldn't
like,
play.
yeah,
I was just
yeah.
like, they're so cool. And I heard about Two Human
Well, they
when it
were
was on the
cool.
PlayStation.
They were really cool.
They
at
were
the
really
time,
cool.
for
They were
sure.
so cool. I wish it kind of didn't go the way that they did, and just we hate the Wii. We're going to not be
Why
part of
didn't this
that, and
drop?
then just died because of that
Oh
decision.
my god,
for whatever
Tricky
reason.
walked off the Switch, so it didn't.
It went
drop.
to a part where Dennis Dyack said we don't consider ourselves a second party to Nintendo. We consider ourselves Nintendo. That's how strong they were, like, together when they were making Eternal Darkness. And then to the complete opposite, where they're like, we have no interest in playing on
We
your
are done.
shit console,
We are
Nintendo.
done.
Fuck you. And then they make Two Human, and then they make X-Men Destiny, and then they just die.
That was
like-
when they set the world, themselves on fire.
That's the man who sold the world.
Yeah.
Very clearly there.
All that to say, eventually you become an adult and you grow up and you realize that it's
That
a
was
company.
stupid. That was stupid. Why did I do that? Anyway, I was still right.
Because then
so
you'd end
whatever.
up like people that we worked with that wear hats with PlayStation buttons on them.
Or is in front of their boss and complains you don't want to work on that system because it sucks. And I want to work on these systems instead. And your boss somehow going, yeah, you.
Or-
No! Fire him!
Or you hear someone's phone play a Final Fantasy fanfare,
Yeah.
and you get upset calling it stupid Nintendo Zelda music.
That's
The bomb just got thrown in there by mistake, so if I manipulate it very carefully,
Oh, really?
it'll be fine.
I assume everything you do,
Oh,
I'm looking
phew.
at it, and I never see anything that looks wrong to me.
That was wrong. And
Okay,
I
well, good
barely
job.
managed to save
You know,
it.
you could have told no one, and everyone would have fallen in love with you.
No,
Yes,
I
I'm
know
great,
this.
but I'm
Still.
brave.
You didn't
Brave.
you didn't train your Tricky hard enough, and he didn't obey.
What the hell is this? Why are they still... Okay, what is General Scales' plan? I just realized I need a refresher.
Capturing every... I don't know. It's taking over... Where the fuck are you, Tricky? There you
It
are.
is. Just when you needed it
Oh my
the
god,
most.
flame.
He wants to impregnate the world.
He will mount the world.
Truly the Thorntail that will
Wow,
mount the
he
world.
missed? What the fuck? I've
That
actually
looked
never,
on
I've
point
never
to
seen
me.
that.
What was that?
That's
Flame.
the bird complaining. It's gonna miss again.
General,
I have never seen him miss.
It's going by it! How...
There's something near.
Shut up! That's the best thing I've seen all day.
There we go.
Wow. Okay, I guess Liam hit it at the random time.
I guess so.
What? Why is everyone getting drunk?
Use that blur, cover up the problems.
Thanks for helping.
That's actually the Conquer Drunk effect.
Aren't you a friend of Crystal?
How do you know Crystal?
I have to General Scales Gallier.
Is she DTF?
I was captured by the short
Will you be my
sword.
wingman?
She better be! Cause I am!
I'm aboard. I need to stretch my wings.
Any guesses as to what happens here?
You ride him.
Skybacks?
The spellstone you seek is
You can do the exact same turret sequence. you just did.
Skybacks! Yeah, let's do
You
it.
have to destroy the four spires that protect it. I will fly you in close, but you'll have to protect me from their fire.
Just don't fly into the
Wow,
fire.
Alan, how did you build a whole area in one day?
Alright. I didn't really
So-
get what you meant at the time, but now I
But
can
Liam,
clearly.
you know as well as I do that
Yeah.
this is what got Alan hired.
No, for sure. His ability to build this area in one day got this game shipped.
Forward
Using
thinking.
assets is absolutely what gets you the job.
Like, to be honest, if I could say anything is why it's rushed, because they had to port it to a completely other system. But otherwise, it's like, I don't know, could Dinosaur Planet have been different? Is it also rushed because they didn't, like, they made an area like
It's
this?
hard to
It's
say.
hard to say.
Like, I don't think the porting was part of it, because that would have been one of the first things to change. And, like, this is such a late game environment. I think this was really, like, end game shit. It's like when you look at the boat level in Thief, and you're like, whoa,
I'm not familiar.
that came together in 10 seconds.
It's likely that, you know, once it became Star Fox and not just Dinosaur Planet, the scrutiny level that Nintendo put on it increased dramatically.
I
and
don't
caused,
know.
like, them to go like, no, we need to fix this here, we need to add this there.
Because
And,
I would
you know.
consider not Star Fox to be Nintendo's like most revered. Like it'd still be Zelda or Mario, and
they
they'd
still
already
give a shit.
they'd already given Rare like 1 million Donkey Kong games, and like Donkey Kong is, I don't know. I think Nintendo values Donkey Kong more than Star Fox.
I don't think they should.
but it's
No, maybe not.
Star
but
Fox is way cooler.
It's tier 1 IPs,
Yeah.
right? Nintendo's tier 1 IPs. The
It's
Smash-
not Ice Climbers.
The
yeah.
Smash Brothers original cast, basically.
Minus, I don't know, Luigi.
I don't know.
Minus
They,
Ness.
they let
Yeah,
Namco
minus Ness and Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
they let Namco make a Star Fox. They let anyone make a Star Fox.
Yeah,
Really?
but Namco's a good developer.
Yeah, but
When you give them
Assault
enough
wasn't
money, you
even that
get
great.
Tekken. So
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
it's true though.
Namco makes Tekken.
I know.
Namco doesn't give themselves money.
When
to
you
make
give them
Tekken.
enough money, you get Smash Bros for Wii U.
I don't know. I honestly, that coming from you,
It's
I
a
don't
good
know.
game
It's a
that
good
I just
one.
don't like. But
Okay.
like, if you give them enough money, you will get a good game.
Or
Ah,
Pokemon
fuck.
Fighters. Or
Why is this going on?
Because I need to destroy all 4 towers. And even though I've
Oh, I
destroyed
thought-
this tower, it will keep spawning enemies. Cause fun.
you didn't destroy it.
I did.
Oh my god! Wow!
Like that's just how it works. It's actually terrible. It's not
Alan!
fun. It should, like, if you've destroyed a tower, it should stop spawning enemies.
Well, but then you'll be flying and looking at nothing.
I would rather that.
I don't know. Yeah, you're probably right, but a game developer looks at that and goes, "Well, no, we
No,
need
I
to put
know.
something
It's just
for
because
the
I don't
player."
like the tension of this health bar when I'm fighting nothing.
Yeah,
You know,
okay. All right.
like the fact that I can still fuck up even though I've destroyed it.
Yeah, have that eagle sound
Took
that
some
fucking
damage.
dinosaurs make.
Yep.
Okay, you destroyed them
painted it
all.
red.
I
Oh,
don't
there's
get
this
it.
one. This one's left.
Painted a red
If I
X
can
on the
destroy it from a
enemy.
distance, I can cut this off.
You
But
painted a red X on the enemy's bunker door so the soldiers can't come out anymore.
Mark the target. Mark a place.
go.
There you go.
Now, the spellstone
And
is
thus all the
inside,
tension
but
is released
still
from
has
the
it guarded
scene.
by a terrible creature. You
Is it
must
a
be
boss?
careful,
No, it's just a little guy. What was your plan? You're gonna die, Fox.
that
You don't
was
have a
that was
backpack.
the plan.